Hi folks, so welcome live to the battle for the Seven Kingdoms. We have a deciding game today in this match between Queen Elizabeth's Bastards and Tough Meat. So it's Baratheon against Stark, and they are fighting for the cut. And actually, if I read things correctly, Queen Elizabeth's Bastards, if they lose, their strength of schedule is so high that I think they land in regardless. But for Tough Meat, it's very low, so they would definitely go out if they lose the decider here. But they are through with 4 wins, of course, if they win this one. And I think Gabriel Runner is, 8 at the moment, so he definitely wants Queen Elizabeth's Bastards to win. I'm not sure if anyone's strength of schedule goes up and down as a result of this, but I think they do, right? So I can't make the calculations now, but we'll see how it all ends, and I think the remaining games also affect strength of schedule a little bit for these teams at the top. So they are, I think, starting, so can't look at the decks, unfortunately. We just jump into the game, I think, and see how it goes. It's Stark Fealty against Bara Free Companies, so good stuff. Boring Stark that Argento plays superbly against the interesting smugglers that are also very strong.
I love the unbiased description of the decks.
Yeah.
So regardless who wins, one of us can have a rant about the deck being overpowered because that's the free companies deck is fucking stupid.
Argento starts with Eddard, so he might, if he thinks he's gonna get controlled in the second half of the game, might go more aggressive than usual with the power gain. We'll see. There's Morgulis going around in both decks, and no Corraine for the moment, and no summons opener either. So
Oof.
actually, we played against one of these decks, and I might be now thinking about those plots. It might not be exactly the same. They mostly are copies of the King of Swedish Dalek deck, but they might not be exactly the same. So I don't have the decks list now. I was going to go through them, but the game started already, so can't.
I would think that Muller would want to make some changes.
So I will join the. Should we join the voice channel if anyone wants to commentate, or just let us know in the chat if anyone wants to commentate, and we'll join the voice channel on the Seven Kingdoms server. Everyone welcome, of course.
It doesn't say that it's the exact copy on the Thrones DB, the deck, but it does have the same plot. So summons at the gates. Or did it have at the gates the other one as well? There's summons at the gates, brand the builder, close call, siege prep, and
Yeah, I
Morgulis.
think that's identical.
Yeah, I can't tell what the change is anyway, but some change has been made. Mhm.
Argento has an interesting opener here, Brand the Builder, in a deck that plays Econ. I think there's a Winterfell or two, right? But that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there might be just the one. You try to find the armories and the Winterfell, and the icon,
Yeah.
It's
There's
it's kind of similar to the gates, I guess, where you try to.
there's an interesting discussion lately on the Seven Kingdoms server about opening plots. I don't know who started it, but there's some opinions that the gates made an end late summer feast are all bad plots by certain people. So
Mhm.
I just listed all the plots that I have ever opened with, basically, and Brand the Builder was not among them. But it is perfectly doable. 5 gold plot that searches for locations. It's perfectly doable.
I think one thing that wasn't really talked about in the trash talk about the opening plots. It's really nice to have good initiative in the first round because I think um, going first in the first round is sometimes really bad and sometimes really good. Depends on what kind of deck you play. I think for Argento it's bad to go first.
Yeah, it's no
I
power
also
to steal,
I like
really.
play Winter Festival in Crossing and it wins an initiative against most things and you can always go second. I think it's really bad if you have to go first. So
Well, The smugglers are set up for the long game. Iron Bank is solid now.
Yeah, but no Crane. I don't know how this matchup is, but I remember in the one that I played, if there was Crane from the start, it was so hard.
Yeah, but we
Always
are
triggers when Lannister can't cancel him as well.
Lannister, so we rely on the big characters. Stark does too, but Stark has more stand.
Yeah.
Lannister has
Not really
cancels.
against Crane. Crane first needs your character and needs your stand as well. It's the worst. The
Yeah, but
worst
then
guy.
Rob can stand
But
everyone,
yeah, but then you just have Rob basically, so it's not a lot of stand.
and has to get through Greywind one
And,
time, right?
well, presumably.
So here we go with Brand Pillars. Both of them want to win challenges here.
I think Argento always has a lot of other direwolves in hand as well.
Interesting
It's
thing.
really nice.
So
You have three of them. You're pretty solid.
yeah, if he finds Armories, I think that Wraith just go to nil it. If you don't have Salvador Sun or Corain, just such a good investment to get rid of that.
I mean, armories in this matchup are just horrible.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the second one he can do. Finds Econ, and now Argento will do just the one because Recon has no icons.
I mean, Argento was first player, right?
Oh, sorry. Did he not trigger any brand builder?
No.
That's pretty sad for him. He lost the one location he had in hand. Don't know the other three cards, of course, but immediate card disadvantage and not the great start. Yeah, here's where it's better to go second.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you play air while Recon is duped?
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe you want to play Time for Wolves. But, yeah.
He has all of them protected. He could Murgulis, but there's nothing that gets killed on the other hand on the other side that you really want to get killed, unfortunately for
It's
him.
not a great Morgulis, and then
I mean, if Corain was in play now, boom, right? So I don't think Corain will be played without a dupe at any point or without the save attachment.
mm,
Plays a very early father, that's unusual. I think 4 reserves so early is not going to be pleasant.
I suppose he's not happy to have this situation where everything on the one side is duped and everything on the other is unduped.
Well, he needs he needs the attachment now because if he leaves it like this, then you kill Vargo and Sador. That's two of the big three, right? With Murgulis. Okay, but father will do something before that happens.
Oof, and Mundor is annoying for Stark if you have a Daisy.
Everything duped. Classic Stark.
Or one of them is going to be fathered and to lose the dupe. I think it might be Rob. Well,
You can kneel that, okay, but that
but then
removes
you
the
can't
yeah,
kneel, yeah.
it removes that Mundor threat. But at the moment, Mundor isn't
There is
hitting
no
anything,
Mundor.
and there's multiple copies of Wraith in the deck actually. So, oof, loses all the old gates. That's going to hurt him long term actually.
That's not good, that's not good now.
It's 2 draw cards that he's lost.
There's two Wraiths in the deck. But of course, Koreans also can do it, no?
Yes, Korean can always do it. Okay. I think this is the plan now. Grab all the power you can. Mage will draw. Winter Festival will trigger. Then we see where we are at, right? Ooh, good
Mhm.
nightmares. That's going to stop 2 power being gained.
I would consider also Nightmare Thing Meiji, because he's very down on cards.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to be 6 power after Winter Festival instead of 8 power. Gives him a bit more time before he has to panic. Okay, now Argento will have a decision to make whether he wants to save a character or not. I think he does though, because he's not getting Morgulis from the other side. Ooh, well, Saraaa has escaped the board. If you have Morgulis now, you have all the econ you want with that Iron Bank to repopulate, but then Argento has his own Morgulis still. Always a tough game when both decks play Morgulis and you know it's coming from both sides. Just need to
So
get through those as best as you can, I think.
Father and Rob and Salvador, I see.
Hmm, he does save. You know, back in the day, I played some Champions of Westeros against some characters that were known to play certain decks. There was one guy I played who I knew was going to play Greyjoy, and I made a point of putting Morgulis in my own deck that time because I knew I would get screwed by his Morgulis playing Baratheon or whatever I was playing. And I just thought, let's have double Morgulis so that if he survives one better than me, then I just play my own and level. Doesn't always work though.
Now I doubt that Argento would Morgulis.
Okay. It's airing, so either airing for a new body or airing for a dupe. Let's see. Might just get a dupe if you can, honestly. So I don't think he's losing before 2 Morgulises go through. He just doesn't want to see the attachment on the other side because that's the one protection.
Mm. Yeah, and if there's a Salvador in rotation,
Mm.
somebody knows also.
Wants
Is
the
it?
card draw. And now he has that play, right, where things go remarkably fast if you can
Really
do
quickly, yeah.
challenge with the 3 renounce, stand them, and then do challenge with the 3 renounce again. It's actually 4 renown because of Eddard, and that's 6 plus 8 renown is and power claim is 15, right? Hypothetically, I mean, it's not going to be that easy, but we might try to just rush it here before smugglers have a chance, but needs something that can get killed and needs them not to be nil or cancels on the other side.
And that's a siege prep rebuild, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Might be digging for those cards actually.
Yeah, but he has to play out a lot.
Yeah, has the Iron Mag though. Okay, Dice is here, so that's
Yeah,
another
awkward
renown.
situation.
She can get killed by Mundor.
She can if there is if there's some nil for a Mandalorian.
Now, what's the rest of the hand like?
We'll see. I mean, there's for sure one reducer in hand, right? Did Major reveal that?
Mm-hmm.
There it goes.
That's going to be standing, I think. Yeah. So if there
And
is
we'll have.
no kneel and cancels, I think
Mm.
Argento will just go for it here. Just try to
Yeah.
win in one phase, right?
But honestly, I think, I mean, Rupert can just play out his whole hand here.
Yeah. And one nightmare stops it really. Has to play out the hand really. Otherwise, siege preparations does nothing. That's going to be good, I think.
Mm.
That's going to be
Yeah.
really good. He's invested in it fully as well. So now Argento has to either find Winterfell or Caitlyn or get rid of that.
I mean, Winterfell doesn't really help him that much because the only other winter plot I think is Time for Wars.
Oh, he would not be able to trigger.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, Winterfell, it's on both sides.
Yeah, but he can play Time for Wolves. I mean, if it wins the game, it wins the game.
Yes.
There is nil for locations, as we know. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to trigger stuff, but he can win without that. That's the thing. He will still get the renown. There's no threat of anything big coming from the other side, so you may as well just do the challenge, right? No hand to protect, no board to protect. Stealth on the other side if you leave characters standing thinking you'll defend. Well, this one
Is there stuff?
can be defended, so that's a bit of a weak challenge.
Oh, there's stealth from the this one.
But it will force defenders to kneel if you want to stop her winning on the attack. And there's plenty of stealth, there's strength boosts, and there's still three
But
companies to
only
manipulate All Bill Bones ability. All Bill Bones strength, although I don't think he's getting the gold somehow. I think he plans to win on defense with these two.
do you use the ability to get renown on him as well? I guess not.
No. And two other renowns go into the power challenge. But Rob standing there is going to get stealthed, I think. Well, actually, that's not quite enough. He still has enough defenders. He's not going as aggressive as I thought, but I'm always surprised when I watch Argento play that he
Yeah,
doesn't.
I should never go so aggressive as you think.
Could have put all of
But
them
I
in the
think
power challenge and would be on 11 now, right? Instead of 9.
yes, yeah, I think that's what I do, so that's why I'm never that good with Stark Fealty. And will he trigger Mage? I mean, most likely the card's gonna go. I guess he didn't. Oh, Dragon Brother cancelled him. Okay. Sure.
Paying Brother has
Mm.
already cancelled two things, right? Had 4 gold. Oh, Eddard also cancelled. So if there wasn't Begging Brother, actually, I mean, if there wasn't a Begging Brother, it would just be game over because of Wyman. Unless you have
Probably, yeah.
nightmares, of course. Well, what can he do now? So he can give Salador stealth and he'll have 7 strength. Stealth the biggest one, and it's still 8 on defense, right? Almost as if Argento calculated all of that.
Yeah.
But no renown on defense like that, so.
But he doesn't get dominance after that.
He's going to take
Hmm.
take it where he can, really. He has to spend Begging Brother now, though.
I mean, does he?
I think the reducer might get killed, and then worst case, Wyman will draw, and you don't want that, do you?
Yeah, I suppose you cancel Wyman, but Wyman can also just trigger in dominance again.
Yeah, I guess
I
you can.
think if you're thinking that that's what happens, you might cancel.
I wouldn't cancel Rob necessarily because
Yeah, I mean, Rob doesn't matter.
he's not gonna push another challenge through, so whatever. Wyman, I wouldn't cancel Wyman either, honestly, because it might just be game over next round if he spends. Well, you don't really spend Begging Brother in free companies, and Vargo can put some gold back on it. So I guess you still have quite a few cancels. Okay, so it's going to cancel everything. It's going to trigger Siege Prep, have card advantage, but on Murgulis it's Wyman, Meiji, and Eddard all surviving against nothing from his side,
So
including the
who's
Begging
playing
Brother.
Morgulis in your opinion?
I'm just speculating that no one is.
Yeah, I also think no one is because Argento can just play Crone, which would suck massively. Argento can also play Air and try to lock into another
Well, Crown, you just
Duke.
spend the reducer though. You'd keep Daisy additionally alive and the Wily Smuggler with Crown.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the one that you want to keep alive though with Crown, right?
Yeah.
But maybe Air, I think it could be Air, right?
Well, we're getting 4 new cards. 4 new
Five
cards,
even.
and yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good play. I mean, it puts you over reserve, but still
I mean,
get an additional
it's
card.
your
Very good.
reserve, so but if the card was shit, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you discard whatever. This is the shittest card you draw anyway. So, and he will have 13 on the Iron Bank. So anything he has just drawn, he can play. So if no one plays a reset, the board will get incredibly massive. I mean, Argento would kill 2 key uniques though, plus the Banging Brother if he played Murgulis. But I think he might play something like Time for Wolves.
Or maybe Air to the Iron Throne.
Yeah, air.
Oh, so he wants to get rid of that bodyguard first.
Burning the books. Did you mention that? That was not in the deck we tested against,
No,
right?
did I check the wrong deck?
Mm.
It's oh, sorry. Yeah, I checked the wrong deck. It's King Robert's bastards. They're Queen Elizabeth's bastards.
Yeah, so that's a new
Sorry.
invention for this deck. It's played when it just gets rid of the bodyguard. I mean, there was no power anyway. But that leaves a chance for Greywind to come in and be annoying. I was thinking maybe Argent will play Greywind just to have like a cancel for Begging Brother if that's the only counterplay to his plans, but no.
Hmm.
What's he going to find? I don't think. I mean, he could find Caitlyn instead of Will, I guess. That's like the only
I
thing still
mean,
missing.
he found a dupe for that.
Finds a dupe for Rob, fair enough. So that kind of negates the bodyguard getting destroyed.
I mean, it's even better. I mean,
And now I think he will just crown for Dicey, right? If Morgulis is viable for Mauler.
well, let's see what Muller plays out.
Yeah.
It's also for reserve, so has would be in his benefit to play out as much as possible. But at the same time, if it dies anyway,
That's one dupe. Needs Salador duped or the attachment. Really needs Corain as well. If he has Corain, kneels out. Well, actually, Corain by himself is not enough. Corain and cell sales, right? Like you can kneel 2 bigs, for instance, cancel all the stand attempts. And you've done alright. But I don't think he's drawn all of that really.
so
Untriggerable gate.
Salador knelt the Heartry Glow, but I'm not sure that will matter because he collects 6 gold and I don't know. Seems like the 2 cards he has in hand he probably can play out.
Imri.
Oh, but that's a good one.
That saves a round. Well, actually, do you want to sack all of those locations? I mean, you can sack all the econ.
Yeah, I mean you still have Iron Bank and I think the only thing is do you want to do it now because it could be that he has Gravin in hand, you can just march with him and then you're kinda, in an
Mhm.
awkward position.
Yeah. Tough one. I think it saves a round, but it doesn't completely swing the game though. That's the thing. Yeah. So at the moment, Argento wins in a single challenge if there's no blank. And all the pressure is on Argento because the Queen Elizabeth's bastards, as I said, are through for sure with their strength of schedule. But Argento has to win. I think pushes Gabriel Runner out. Is he watching this? Yes, he is. He's the first spectator to join. Mm. Hard to go out on strength of schedule after playing alone and doing so well, but at the moment it's not looking in his favor. Well, can't begrudge him a thing. There's no time limit in this game, or not supposed to be. He is going to do it.
Miss something? Oh, we're triggering Imri.
We're triggering Imri,
Nice.
sacking all the econ and the Mondor. Well,
Mm.
Iron Bank is so big that, I mean, Imri and Iron Bank are nice friends if you can get it, but you can only really get it in free companies with Vargo and Unbridled like that. Getting it normally is so slow. I
Yeah,
used
I
to
tried
play
playing
that a lot
some
and
Baratheon
stuff.
control, now that rotation's on,
Mm.
and I did get a good round with Imri, but then I had nothing left. I think it's good if you close, but here I
Mhm.
don't think it will happen so much.
Yeah, but usually if you sack all the locations in Bara Control, Storms and Black Cells, Red Keep, whatever there is, Throne Chamber, and you don't close, it's a disaster. But
And more
here
this guy.
he's kept all the econ, right? Sacked nothing basically. Okay, so yeah,
Oh, interesting.
does Mord now just blank Caitlyn? I don't suppose you can do anything really with Caitlyn this round.
I mean, I don't see why you would do that necessarily.
Yeah,
Think you still
he can't stand if there's no additional standing character.
you can just blank her up so you can do military challenge, but you know.
Yeah, but I
I mean, you
mean,
can still do it because yeah.
Begging Brother is just doesn't care about Rob or Wyman really that much. But yeah, you might as well blank him so that you don't need to spend the stand, the gold tokens. I mean,
Mhm.
do all the challenges, get the score a bit closer. Maybe Vargo takes renown.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can trigger one Gary to give the Salador stealth, and then trigger Vargo to give him stealth and renown as well. I mean, not renown, but trigger to get renown.
Right, is he blanking or is he using the cancels? There is no good reason not to blank.
But he has to spend both.
He has the tokens though, so it's really they're really not running out. But Mord would have saved those tokens, I think.
Yeah, and then you can also cancel Sansa.
Yeah.
I mean, if Robert was here, that would be,
Oof, that
you
would
know.
be quite something. Yeah, that would change the game. Keep talking about Corain, but yeah, could have marshaled Robert with that Imri. He could blank Sansa
Not,
with Mord. Do they stand together? They stand together actually, so yeah, that doesn't work.
can you not optional stand more? I guess not.
No, 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 no. He has to stand.
Mm.
Score is getting closer though. But yeah, he needed Robert this round. Then Argento would have to see what he can do with Time for Wolves into Gravewind. I mean, Robert doesn't keep everyone nailed because the costs are a little bit. I mean, you still get Daisy and Sansa, and you get Morghulis if Robert is there, right? Do we cancel Sansa or is that one too many?
Yeah, I think, I don't know. It would be a lot easier if you didn't if you just blanked with more. I don't see what the reason was to not do it.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. I thought for a second that it does, but I don't think it does. So they will stand together, and then she reacts, right? Yeah. Yeah. Probably wasn't exactly sure if it worked or not. Worth a try, but it doesn't.
Keep loading that begging brother.
Sure, why not? Has it there for Morghulis plays as well if there's some triggers going on there. Gravewind is really
The
good
thing
in the
is,
Morghulis interactions. Gravewind with Summer.
the thing is, he can't Morghulis. But if he doesn't Morghulis, I mean, there's Caitlyn on the board. Yeah, I mean, there's Caitlyn on the board, so now when Caitlyn's in challenge,
Is there a second Imri in the deck?
I mean, Imri, let's see. No, just the one.
Okay.
Just the one. That's Queen Elizabeth's bastards, right? Yes.
And now we have Gravewind to cancel.
No, yeah,
Begging Brother.
Graven. I mean, now Graven won't have to cancel Begging Brother. There's gonna be Caitlyn in the challenge, presumably.
Well, let's wait for that. I mean, there's still a whole marshalling phase of
Okay.
Corains and Saraaa coming in potentially.
Mhm.
And
There is more
Mord.
though, so I
Mord
think
can get her.
more will have to be the one that's cancelled.
Quite close. Argento has 0 initiative. 0-1 initiative. But if you always have 0, it always works.
Yes.
Right? Equal to or higher, yeah. That's one interaction where Banner of the Falcon actually matters. Because it gives you minus initiative and you can play different plots than just those that with printed 0. and more will still work. But in this deck you need 3 companies, so can't really take that loss. There we are. Does he come with any cells? Comes with a dupe. That's not what you're looking for. You need cells. There we are. Has 2 boats though, so he can kill 2. But one can get cancelled in marshalling because Argento can re-marshal Gravewind, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't do it, Argento could just quickly pass.
And also, right now, he can only kneel one because there's no locations to kneel, right?
Oof. He can kneel his own Iron Bank.
Yeah, but that's one. And then
Yeah,
the second one he has to kneel. So he
yeah,
can't.
that's pretty rough. Oof, and there's a investment also for Gravewind. Will randomly stand Sansa as well.
Well, I mean, what are you killing then?
Rob's blank. Are we getting that cancelled? If we are, then that's Gravewind spent. His limit once, right?
Yeah, once per face.
Now Argento has to calculate exactly how the round will go, I think.
Yeah, I think there's you kind of can see if you can win or not from here. If you cancel and just win.
Can get pretty close. Yeah.
Mhm.
Can he, for sure, stand Rob? Use Rob to stand everyone?
Not
If
really. I mean, if I think you have to kneel Caitlyn then, right? But the question is, even if you kneel Caitlyn, that's one, two, three, four, five, five renown and power claim. But okay, power coming back at you.
I'm thinking he saves Gravewind to cancel Begging Brother trying to cancel Rob, right? And Corain will
But
kneel
Rob's gonna be placed.
round. Oh, okay. So that yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're past that. We're doing another action anyway. Yeah,
Oh,
can't. He can only use it once. If he thinks he can reuse Corain, that's going to be a very unpleasant surprise. But it is unlucky that there's not more locations. I guess that's where Imri
that's why,
hurt now.
yeah, him.
And he could have had Moondor now to deal with Daisy. Let's just read Corain. To choose and nil one character in one location, yeah.
Well, but actually, so I trying to cancel this now, and now he can use it again. So I don't think that was a good cancel from Argento's part.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that was a mistake because I don't know if he realized that he couldn't have used him again.
So Rob's blank. Eddard's knelt. Gravewind is spent. Well, but what are you doing with challenges now? Definitely can't spend so many characters that you leave anything unopposed. I mean, one challenge we care about is power here for Argento. And it's not so strong on the Bara side, honestly. What went back to hand, Gravewind himself or Lady? Lady.
Lady.
That stops Sansa interactions, but I think more important to keep Greywind in play in case there's going to be intrigue claim for sure. Getting a bit of stealth. Spending Vargo now though, so can't refill Begging Brother anymore from that. Just has the 1 per round from 3 companies.
Does Argento defend this?
He can still win power if he spends Sansa and Caitlyn, right? Look, Caitlyn is
Or
valuable.
does not be stealth?
Wyman has been stealthed, so it's 4 strength.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it can be
and
5,
on power,
it can be 6.
there's
Yeah.
still
It's
stealth
gonna
power,
protect
so I
Lady.
don't know. I think that's good investment.
I mean, stealth sure on the attack, but he's not going to. He's just going to do it back, right? If he can defend.
Oh, yeah, because he also doesn't have the
I don't think
guys.
he can
So.
close, so it doesn't matter. I mean, whether he gets to 12 or 13 or whatever, it's still within one good challenge. Think if he crowns next round to make sure that Dice is also surviving, I think he's doing alright.
So there are now only 2 Morgulises left on both sides and Crown. And what's there left for
Well,
actually at the gates left for
so they didn't have summons. Well,
uh,
summons would have been alright, and burning the books was spent a bit too early, but he would have to also get power on characters, so take renown from Vargo's ability or something.
yeah, but that's now a big mind thing because like if you don't Morgulis next round,
Argento thinks
I
he's
mean
going to win next round, I think.
okay. I mean sure, but if you then don't, then double Morgulis is gonna suck a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna find the attachment in the meantime, I think.
And then
Korean
he has no draw. He's going to have to top deck it. Argento has robbed double duped. But
he
yeah,
has 3 attachments in his half deck one, so.
can also get some Bear Island scouts and stuff. Okay. So Mage can trigger twice if you do it on 2 separate challenges. Might be worth doing that, yeah.
And let's see what she shows. If there's a
Running out of cancels.
button,
Oof, he
okay.
cancels it. Would be a brave man to cancel the second one. By the way, Corain can try in standing, to kneel whatever survives. So, well, but a lot survives. He can only kneel 2.
I mean, if the attachment was in, that would be pretty good.
Well, so we don't have any stealths except for Davos, who is printed stealth. He can. He cannot win power. If Argento wants to defend.
But now you can do power. And then After power, you move Gravind on Lyman and do intricate start. Then you can still move Gravind back in dominance.
Mm-hmm.
Can you win all three somehow? I don't think so.
I don't even know if it's good to win all three. I mean, they're all gonna be opposed, so.
I think. Okay, so he's not gonna do the play I suggested.
Yeah, but he wants two characters nailed here.
Mm-hmm.
It's two cards in hand and cards in hand, I mean, now are so important. Unless they're really shit.
That's why I would do intricate stealth also, you know.
Can you boost the strength? No.
No.
But now he can win both challenges.
There's not a huge benefit, but
Has to be the smuggler, I think. Otherwise, Rob will stealth to win unopposed. Yeah.
I mean, it could also be cell saves. Well, you can say that as well.
At some point, you have to stop, I think. Oof.
No.
Okay, it's not going to skip an action window where he can do this. Power challenge is 12. And Sansa is 13 if she isn't cancelled.
It's not 12. He doesn't have renown because he's blank.
Power climb.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you counted the renown.
Should have had summons to summon Robert. Then we would see Morgulis now, so. But there is close call.
Are you canceling Sansa?
Cancelling everything. But then
But
three
he can.
companies puts one back and that's it.
No, but I think he can cancel on Sansa and it's on 13 and it's so close to just closing.
Do you need Gravind in the plot phase? I guess for cancelling Davos if you really want. He's a stealth power icon. I think that's pretty good to leave it there. Cancel Davos, that's a good one. But then Gravind isn't in play. If you through the marshalling phase, if there's something nasty coming in. Okay, are we doing Cranes? We are. Get his econ, he will have the crown though and plenty of econ to marshal whatever one thing. Okay. Cancels that. There's the other one. And no more ships. Rob still hasn't been spent this round because he was blanked. So Wyman could kill Sansa, draw a card and stand Rob, right?
There's Begging Brother,
Yeah,
you
but
know.
not for both abilities. There's Wyman draw and Rob.
But you killed Sansa, I mean, I don't know. Are we thinking one of them plays Morgulis? Are you thinking Mauler plays Morgulis? I don't think so.
Yeah, he could try to do Corain instead and survive the round. He only has one begging
But
brother left.
the question is, what if Argento plays Morgulis? Oh, neither of them play Morgulis.
Yeah, goes second. Well, now it depends really what Mauler has drawn because he's the one under pressure. He needs to draw real well. Graven's coming straight back, I think. And
Yeah,
Lady
and
as well.
Lady also.
Unless there's a character. Is there another character that even exists at this point?
Uh, for Stark,
Yeah, Mira.
I mean, that's Arya.
Arya.
Mira would be nice.
Nothing big with renown though, right?
Um, suppose that no.
Well, what are the four best cards you can draw here? Another
For
begging
Stark?
brother for
Uh,
Baratheon. Maybe a ship, unbridled or something.
you know what's another character with renown that can come in? I think you can get Jason Mallister.
Hmm, cheap one as well. Ooh, he does have unbridled. Well, that's a few more cancels now.
I mean, but honestly,
He should be using
unbridled.
these windows also to stand the ships, I think, now.
I'm not seeing what's going on.
We're in marshalling, he didn't stand the warships, so
Because my game froze. I'm
Corain will
sorry.
not kneel now.
Mm,
Now Gravind might go on someone that's still standing.
I'm not sure. Or maybe I don't know. If you want to keep him after Murgulis, then you're gonna have to move him in the dominance.
Yeah, here's where he should have done this. I mean, he should have done this immediately in the draw phase when he got
Because the
unbridled.
thing is now he can cancel and just remarshal Gravewind, correct?
Yes.
I think he should do that probably. I mean, unless you have something good.
So that should all have been done really after Argento is done marshalling. He doesn't bother, okay.
I mean, but now you can also just cancel Salador and then there's Arya. Beautiful.
Is she getting duped? I don't think you can waste a
Sorry.
cancel on that really.
I mean, but if next round's gonna be double Murgulis, it doesn't matter if she's one time duped.
Exactly. And
Oh, and it's Mira on the board.
Mira, well, if he had the extra gold, he could have tried to bring her through shadows if he had that great hall. That would kind of force another cancel to happen. So nothing from hand can, apart from maybe a nightmares, can really affect things. So if Rupert is done marshalling, we'll pretty much know he's lost, I think.
Yeah, the problem is you have to do nightmares before Cat goes into challenge.
Yeah. And Rupert is not close to winning here at all, and he will get double Murgulis to hit just as hard. I mean, it's
I mean, much more. I mean, much more. More still because
more because there's Rob against nothing, right?
yeah.
Oh, but all the renown goes for Argento, so Argento will drop straight down. Problem is that Corain's dead, and you have you're waiting for close call for a round. Well, but you could get close call then. Argento
I
gets
mean, I
his
know
summer, right, to resurrect something.
Daisy.
Yeah. What's he doing now with the rest of his cards? Is he calculating whether he can survive the round and leave them in hand to be something you can play after Margulis? But at the moment, I don't think he can survive the round.
No, I mean, Korean gets cancelled, and even if you use cell sales, you can't really use it, right? I mean, can't use him again.
Yeah.
Well, think everything's
Begging
going
brother.
to
Begging brother has 2 gold again,
something.
and there's something on Vargo, so it's not going to run out. Well, if
I think,
this is the challenge now happening and Caitlyn is in it, it's gone.
yeah, I mean,
I guess it was always going to be gone. You're looking for some kind of counterplay that simply does not exist.
seems like it. So, Martel level power challenge.
I have to say though that all of this might not have happened if Stark didn't draw all the dupes once again in round 1. Classic. That's way more than 15, I think, happening now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if Baratheon on the other hand had Robert,
On the Im return, yeah, then Stark is trying then desperately for that Grey Wind to somehow do things. And I think Grey Wind can cancel Robert, right? It's the one thing he cancels and cannot be stopped from the other side. It's not that bad. Would need to hold that burning the books really to get rid of Grey Wind. Yeah, just to have that always on demand. I mean, yeah, that round when Graven still wasn't there, I mean, that would have been really great. And it's not like Moller was that far away. He was reaching 8, 9 power at some point. He had a round where he could just go crazy, grabs renown from Vargo as well. Robert has renown. He could be close, but then we'd see Morgulis.
so this means that now Stark wins the match.
Stark wins the match, and they make it through. Where exactly they will land? They will be. Let's have a look. They will be the last team with 4 wins. So 5th place, I think. Is there anyone else playing for? Nah. So they will be 5th. At the moment, the Whisker Kings are 4th, which would then mean we would play them. Queen Elizabeth's Bastards will land either at 6th place or 7th, depends on what the strength of schedule is compared to the Super Ducks fan club and the Win by 5. And
Oh, but their strength of schedule is really bad.
then Gabi's team, No Friends, No Life, is fighting against King Robert's Bastards. And let's just see, is that now set? So he's played Vitamin C, the fan club, Gardeners, Tough Meat, and Queensguard. So Tough Meat winning will boost him when it's reported. And
I think
Vitamin C
vitamin
result
C.
has not been reported, so his strength of schedule can still go up. And what about King Robert's Bastards? They have the Frozen Picker, I think, right? Still, the result has not been reported, so that can also change. Yeah, both can go slightly up or down still, so that's going to be super nervy for those teams just watching now what happens. Looks like the Gardeners will finish first, so Gardeners against one of those teams, one of the Bara teams that will finish 8th, and then it's they play us in the semifinals, right?
Yes, in the semifinals for
Yes,
sure.
I think so. All
Good.
the all the Targs on the other in the other half of the draw, right? Hopefully, I didn't misread this situation because that actually sounds pretty fun. Stark is going to be tough, but sounds more fun than playing all the Targs, right?
Yeah, Dark sucks.
Yeah.
Dark, but we got a favorable matchup this week, so can't
I
complain
mean,
too
it,
much.
it was our easiest game, to be fair, against the Win by 5. But they have bad decks. I mean, there's stronger teams. There's the Dragon has 3 heads. Is going to be tough, right? Don't want to play
They do
them.
have the bad Drogo though.
Yeah, but he's he can be pretty decent, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We saw him be quite good against the Gardeners, right?
Hmm.
And we don't have good resets to make them scared to leave stuff on the board, I think.
Yeah, not a Murgulis inside. Okay, so I go home now. So that was it for this week. I think tomorrow there's some more. I mean, they affect the cut, but they are from the bottom games that where teams cannot make it through anymore. They will affect 8th place though, so it's interesting for some, but no time tomorrow to do more streaming. Sorry about that. There's some games I'm still going to be uploading. Still haven't published anything from this tournament, but it is going to happen. I promise. And we'll be back with the cut now. I won't be streaming other teams because we are still playing. So we'll see how it goes. If we finish early, we stream someone else maybe. So that was it from this pairing. Thank you for watching and see you next week.
Bye bye.